Thank you guys so much for 13,000 subscribers. In this video, we're gonna be spooling up and setting up the new Shimano Corrado 200K that we unboxed in the last video. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome. What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on the video. That's right, today we're going to be doing a little reel rigging, a little rod rigging. We're going to be tying on some of the new mat lure swim baits that we unboxed in a previous video. Speaking of previous videos, if you guys didn't see the last video here on the channel, please go check it out and click that thumbs up button. If we can hit 500 likes, I'm going to be giving away a Crush 50X to one of you guys over there on that video. All you have to do is watch the video, subscribe to the channel, click that thumbs up button, go down below and drop me a comment. I'm going to be selecting somebody at random to win a free Crush 50X radiation craw, Chester Cheeto, you know the deal. Heaters only from the 6. This right here is coming to one of you guys if we can hit 500 likes on the previous video. If we can't, I'm just gonna give it away over on Instagram. But either way, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. It's gonna be another reel setup video. I'm gonna be spooling this bad boy up with some fresh Sunline fluorocarbon line, 20 pound. Got this for throwing the bigger swim baits. This is the Sunline Super Fluorocarbon. Haven't used it yet, but hopefully this will do the trick. And we're gonna be tying on this big dog right here, the 4-ounce Mat Lures Hammer Shad style swim bait. And I'm excited to get this thing rigged up and get it out there on the water. So that is what today's video is about. We're gonna be rigging up the new Corrado K with the new fluorocarbon. That is what I purchased this reel for. We unboxed this reel in the previous video. Like I said, go back, check that out. Click that thumbs up button on that video, help us reach that 500 so somebody can get a free crankbait. But we're gonna get this new Corrado K rigged up and we're gonna get it set up for throwing the big swim baits. I needed a rugged reel, something that I could throw the heavier stuff on. I didn't want to get another SLX DC or another Corrado DC. I know you guys are tired of seeing me unbox those, and I really like the other Corrado K that I have in my lineup, so I wanted to snag another one. This is a 6.2:1 gear ratio. I went with a little slower reel because I'm gonna be fishing swim baits with it. I could also put some lighter line on it and use it for cranking if I wanted to, but the primary intent for this reel right here is going to be the big swim baits. So a little bit slower on the speed, a little bit lower on the gear ratio, and that's going to be the deal, man. We're going to get 2 swim bait setups rigged up in this video right here. So let's get into it, man. First things first, we got to make an adjustment. Let me show you guys what rod I'm going to put this thing on. Big bug just flew in my face. I'm gonna be throwing the Corrado K onto this MFR swim bait rod. This rod right here is rated for heavier baits. You can throw 3 to 7 ounce baits on this thing. So that is what we're gonna be throwing the Corrado on. And I'm actually gonna take the Shimano Tranks off of here and put it on another rod that I have sitting over here to the side. The only rod left in the lineup that doesn't currently have a reel mounted to it. Corrado 200's going on here. We're gonna move the Tranks over to this rod that I have off camera. Let me grab it real quick and I'll show it to you guys. Check it out, there's a little, check it out, there's a little grasshopper on it, a little hop grasser. All right. This right here is the 8-foot heavy action, moderate fast Lux series rod. This rod right here isn't rated for as heavy of baits. So I'm gonna be throwing the Shimano Tranks onto here, and we're gonna use this for throwing the smaller Mat Lure Shad and the bluegill style baits that we got that don't weigh quite as much. This rod is rated for 1/2 ounce to 2 ounce baits, and those baits are coming in at just under 2 ounces. So we're gonna make some slight adjustments, and we're gonna use this for those smaller profile swim baits, and we're gonna use the MFR swim bait rod for that big 4-ounce hammertail big dog. Skirt! Future Justin here. I'm actually in the middle of editing this video right now, and I just had to interject really quickly to address a couple things because I know some of you guys are gonna ask, why am I not using the Tranks for the heavier swim bait setup? And the answer to that is simple. I have it spooled up with 17-pound fluorocarbon, and I feel like that's not a heavy enough line to be throwing that big 4-ounce swim bait. During the process of editing, I was thinking, just like I'm sure some of you are, that it would probably be better to use the Tranks for the heavier stuff instead of the Corrado K, but I already had it spooled up with the 17. Yes, I could have taken the 17 off of the Tranks and put it on the Corrado, but I have a mono backing on the Tranks, and there isn't nearly enough 17-pound line on the Tranks to fill up the high capacity of the Corrado K. So there's just a little bit of insight into why I'm using the Corrado K for the larger swim baits and the Tranks for the medium-sized swim baits for now. I anticipate that will probably change in the future. We'll probably spool both of those reels up with 20-pound fluorocarbon. That way I can use the Tranks for the heavier stuff and the Corrado K for the lighter stuff eventually. So there's the answer to that question. I'm sure a couple of you guys out there were wondering. Now, the second thing that I need to address right now, we just hit another milestone here on the channel. That's right. You know what time it is. Thank you guys so much for 13,000 subscribers. That's right, man. We just cracked 13K. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all for riding with me. I guess this is gonna be the 13,000 celebration video, setting up the swim bait rods for 13K. Much love, everybody. Thank you so much for helping me reach yet another milestone. We ripped from 12K to 13K. I had easily over 100 people subscribed since yesterday, and the growth has been phenomenal. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Super stoked to have you riding with me. But that's all Future Justin has for you for right now. We're gonna jump back off into the rest of the video now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if this is your first time watching, consider subscribing, turn those notification bells on to catch all my future content, and we'll keep rocking and rolling our way on to 14K. But you guys know the deal. The ultimate goal, silver play button, 100,000. All right, let's get back into the video. All right, let's do it. First things first, we need to get the Shimano Tranks pulled off the MF or swim bait rod and move it over to the Lux. Here's a look at the Flow Glider 130 jointed glide bait. Go ahead and cut that off. Been out there throwing this bad boy around, but I want to use these mat lures, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that off to the side. Pull the Tranks off the MFer, mount it up onto the Lux. Dude, that looks nice. That silver looks good on that Lux rod. Sweet. Let's get her threaded up here real quick. Big old 8-foot swim bait rod coming at you live and direct in full effect. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you, man. If you guys haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. We're on a mission trying to hit that 100K and get that elusive YouTube silver play button. I would love to have you guys riding along. So if you like fishing content, unboxing fishing gear, talking fishing gear, setting up rods and reels, and actual fishing from out there on the water, consider subscribing to the channel. Turn those notification bells on so you catch all my future content. I put out new videos here all the time. I'm doing my very best to make daily uploads. Every once in a while I'll miss a day here or there, but we do put out multiple videos a week, and I would love to have you guys riding with me. Thank you to everybody who has chosen to subscribe in the past few days. We've been gripping and ripping, man. The last couple videos did really well, and I appreciate you all for showing such awesome support. Come on, buddy. Got one more I can barely reach, dude. I'm over here trying to stay kind of on camera. All right, I did it. We got the Lux rigged up with the Tranks. Now it's time to tie bait onto this bad boy. This is what we're gonna go with right here, man. This is a Matt Lures soft paddle tail swim bait, shad style, really realistic, very natural looking. Check that thing out. We did an unboxing on these recently. You guys can go check out that video if you wanna see me take these out of the package for the first time. That is what I'm gonna be tying on to the Lux rod with the Shimano Tranks 200. All right, there it is. Rod number 1, rigged up and gigged up with the Tranks and the Matt Lures shad paddle tail soft swim bait. Boom, check that thing out, dude. Straight up, ain't nothing made up. 8-foot swim bait rod, Shimano Tranks 200, 17-pound fluorocarbon line, Matt Lures 1.9 ounce paddle tail swim bait, and that's swim bait setup number 1. What do you guys think, man? Think that'll catch us a monstro? I'm excited to get out there and throw this thing. Awesome. All right, let's rock and roll on to swim bait setup number 2. This one's gonna take us a little bit longer because we have to get the Corrado 200 spooled up with that fluoro. So let's do that. First things first, got to get it mounted up. Regulators, mount up. All right, I'll go ahead and show you guys what that reel looks like on the rod up close. Shimano Corrado 200, 6.2 to 1 on the MFer 7.9 extra heavy fast action swim bait rod. Awesome. All right, let's get it rigged up, man. Let's get some fresh line on this bad boy and get this mega dog, big old 7-inch 4-ounce shad soft paddle tail swim bait, and this is officially the biggest swim bait that I own. Will be the biggest bait that I've ever thrown, so that is why I had to venture out, get a little bit of a stronger reel, a little bit more rugged, and move it over to the heavier action rod that's built for bigger baits. 4-ounce bait. The rod is rated for 7-ounce baits, so I think we're going to be good to go with the MF or swim bait rod. Now normally when you guys see me set up a new reel, I will always run a monofilament backing underneath my braid or my fluorocarbon to keep the line from spinning around the spool on the reel, but you don't have to do that with the Corrado K because it is a skeletonized spool, and I can actually go through the center, through these holes here. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I can actually thread the fluorocarbon through these holes, tie it directly onto the reel, and it won't spin at all. So I'm just gonna go straight fluoro, straight to the reel, no monofilament backing on this one this time. I know that's different from what we normally do, and if it wasn't a skeletonized spool, I would absolutely run a backing and not electrical tape. Go check out some of my other rod rigging videos if you want to hear me talk more about why I do it that way. For this one, we're not gonna have to do that. We're gonna be able to run this fluorocarbon straight to the reel, tie it through one of those holes, and it'll be nice and secure and it won't spin. So let's get into it, man. We'll get this fluorocarbon fed back down through the rod, onto the reel, tied up secure, and then we'll fill it on up and get this bait tied on. And we'll be good to go. Freaking hot out here in the garage, dude. I hate this stupid dragon. Freaking dragon's always in my way, causing me problems. There. All right, now the dragon's out of the way. Don't let dragons get in your way, guys. All right, here we go. Going from top to bottom on the rod. Started from the bottom, now we're here. All right, got my line fed all the way down through the eyelets on the rod, through the eyelet on the reel. Now I'm just gonna tie this to this skeletonized spool really quick, and then we'll get her reeled on up, fill her up with line, and then tie this bait on. Let's go. One of the most frustrating parts is trying to get it through the little tiny holes on the reel though. You gotta get it through one and then make it come out another. It's kind of, can be frustrating. Hey, I actually did it first try on that one, so hey, no complaints. All right, there we go, man. I got the fluoro tied straight onto the skeletonized reel. No mono backing this time, guys. Straight to the reel. Now it's time to reel this fluoro onto this brand new Corrado K. Let's do it. Tighten your drag down, step number one. Otherwise, you won't go anywhere. Then get rolling, 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 rolling. Make sure you have tension on the line while you're reeling it on is one thing that you want to keep an eye on. And you also want to be unrolling the spool as you reel it on. You don't want it sitting flat on the ground. You don't want it pulling off of the spool sideways. That's how you get line twist. That's how you get all that weird line memory. If you unroll it the same way that it was rolled onto the spool, you shouldn't have any of those problems. So just make sure you have it set up to where your spool of line is spinning the same time your reel is spinning, unrolling, not pulling off, and that's the way. You'll be good to go. I'm gonna fill this reel all the way up to maximum capacity. You guys know the deal. Maximum capacity, maximum performance, maximum accuracy, maximum casting distance, maximum efficiency, maximum overdrive. The Corrado 200 holds a lot of line. Still rolling. Getting closer, but still not there. All right, she's about full now. I think that'll do it. Looks like I used about 2/3 of my roll of Sunline Super. Don't know what I'll be using the rest of this for. Probably sit over here on the table for like a year, but either way, we have that if we need it. Now we have our new Shimano Corrado K rigged up with fresh 20-pound fluorocarbon line. Let's get this bad boy tied on, see what it looks like rigged up. Fully rigged and gigged. Man, I'm getting stuff all over my hands from this thing. Got glitter on me. All right, she's rigged up, tied on. Check that bad boy out. She's good to go, man. I got the bait tied on, got the fresh 20-pound fluorocarbon spooled onto the brand new Shimano Corrado 6.2-to-1 gear ratio. Big old Matt Lures boot tail shad on there. Got glitter on my hands from the bait. Extremely lifelike, but now we got it set up on the right rig. Heavier rod, rated for heavier baits. The heavy 4-ounce shad on there. Here's a look at both the Swimbait heaters up close and personal. Shimano Tranx 200 on the 8-foot heavy moderate fast with a 1.9-ounce Matt Lures soft paddle tail Swimbait. The new Shimano Corrado 200 on the 7-foot 9-inch extra heavy fast action MFR series with the 4-ounce 7-inch Matt Lures soft paddle tail swim bait. Boom. Those are my two swim bait setups right there, man. Both now gigged and rigged, ready to go, ready to hit the water and hopefully smash us a monstro. If you guys are interested in seeing me fish with either or both of these setups, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Help us hit that 100K. Help us hit that 13,000 that we are railing right up on now. Who knows, maybe by the time this video gets posted, we'll have already hit it. I don't know. We're ripping along so fast. Sometimes when I say the numbers in the video, by the time I go to edit, we've already surpassed that number. So good problems to have, man. I'm stoked on that. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for supporting the channel, for helping me grow this beast. It really means a lot to me, man. Thank you guys so much. Gotta mention one more time, if you guys didn't see that last video, go check out the 6th Sense unboxing. We looked at a bunch of really cool crankbaits like this one right here and this one right here, which is gonna be going to one of you guys if we can hit 500 likes on that last video. Go check it out. Hit that thumbs up button. We also took a look at a brand new bait from 6th Sense Fishing, something that just hit the market. A new worm unlike any you have ever seen before, I guarantee it. So go check that video out. One video back here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed this swim bait rod rigging setup video. From what I can see on the YouTube analytics, you guys have really been enjoying the videos from in here in the garage, unboxing new tackle, rods, reels, and getting them set up for the water. But I'm pretty sure that the next video you guys will see will be an out there on the water actual fishing video. So I hope you're ready for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. It truly does mean the world to me that you take time out of your day to watch. As always, if you guys are interested in picking up either of these rods that you saw me rig up in this video for yourself, head on over to 6thsensefishing.com and use my code JR10 at checkout. That's going to give you 10% off of everything on the website. You can save big bank, especially if you order rods, man. It's going to give you a good little chunk of change off of your total price, and it is a great way to help support the channel and enable us to continue doing what we're doing over here. Thank you and shout outs to everybody who has been using the JR10 code, JR10 for the win. You guys know the deal. If you do use my code, take a little screenshot of that order confirmation that you're going to receive in your email. Hop on over to Instagram at @TheJustinRoyal. Shoot me a DM with that screenshot, and everybody who uses my JR10 code and sends me a screenshot gets a shout out on my Instagram. I love to give you guys guys that public recognition, show appreciation over there on the Instagram story. Thank you to everybody who has been sending me their screenshots lately. You're all awesome and I can't thank you enough. In addition to the giveaway that we're doing, one video back here on the channel, I'm also going to be doing a new JR10 heaters only power pack giveaway over there on my Instagram. So if you're not already following at the Justin Royal on Instagram, get on that, because this next JR10 heaters only power pack giveaway is gonna be a good one of the best ones yet. You guys aren't gonna wanna miss out on that. So tune in over there on the gram if you're interested. Also, I encourage you guys to go down below into the video description and read through. There are multiple ways that you can support the channel if you like what we have going on over here. Check out the video description, browse around, check out those links, check out the information that I have typed down there. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my video. I hope you're all staying safe, sane, and healthy out there in this crazy world that we're living in. That's about all I got for you today. It about wraps her on up. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and I'll see you on the next one.